We are here with our 2008 Yamaha WR250X. In this series of videos, you will see 4 parts showing us turn a completely stock bike into what you see in front of us. Now there's nothing too crazy going on. We got a few different things that I'll throw up on the screen here right before we get into the actual video showing what you'll see in each part. So again, thanks for checking it out and let's get into it. Alright, so we got a few things done on the bike. We're now ready to move on to the rear sprocket. And we got this. Now I made a mistake and I ended up going a little bigger than I had wanted to. I had a conversation with a friend and a little miscommunication, and basically I bought the wrong size. So I ended up getting a 52 tooth by accident. So I'm stepping up +1 in the front to cut down on some of that gearing. I'm hoping toning it down to a 13% gear change is what works best for me to get a little bit of road use out of it, but also be able to bring that front end up pretty easy second gear. On my Grom, I did a 9.3% change in gearing, and that didn't seem to affect it too much. It actually helped me use some of the RPMs more to get me up to speed. Whereas before I wasn't able to get up to speed and still had some RPMs left. Yeah, but back to this project here. Get started by pulling off this rear wheel. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea just to pop the caliper off. That was pretty tight getting that out of there. Probably make things a lot easier. Got access to our chain now. Ready to switch it out. We got a nice gold one to replace it. The third one there is a little covered in dirt, so I didn't see it. Alright, so it probably would have been a better idea to try this while the bigger wheel was still on, so it helped me give me something extra to hold the chain with. Not too bad. Pretty much zipped right off. Another reason, looks like the original chain, a little rusty. Plus I just love gold chains, so that's what's going on. Down a few 2x4s to protect the rotor on the underside from touching the ground. The original style for the street sprocket is this button head, and the new sprocket, which is something that's more on the dirt bikes but has the same hub size and bolt pattern, used as this tapered head here. Here's what we got for the front sprocket. I had bought a 124 link chain. Now normally I would buy a 120, but this one was the last one they had in stock and it happened to be cheap. So I ended up cutting off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 links. I mean, 114 link chain would have done the trick. Often these kits would come with a little packet of grease, but these seem to be all wrapped up in grease themselves, so. Man, they wrapped a little wire through the O-rings. That seems like a pretty bad idea. Okay, there we go, worked out pretty good. We got the link in, pulling it back some, we got a little bit of slack. I had mentioned we got plenty of adjustment back here. I can fit my whole finger through it, so not bad. I was a little worried because of the size of the sprocket that they were gonna have contact here. I believe 52 is probably the largest you can find for this, which should have been a red flag to me that it wasn't the one I wanted. Throw a little rivet plate in there to press the side plate on. So it just has a little groove that allows you to push the plate on so that the pins are raised above this surface some, so you can flare them out. So on the pins, you want to flare them out as much as 20 thousandths. That's the max they recommend. So for size right now, the pins are 200 thousandths, hair over 205 maybe. We can get it up around 215. That'll be good for us. And there we have a little flaring tool. Spreads it out. On the back side, a little cup to protect the rivet head that's back there already. Do a little at a time. You can feel whenever you crank, you can feel it mushroom a tiny bit. So. 10. 10 also. Give it a tiny bit more. Almost 15, or like 14. About the same. We'll leave them there. That's good. Above the minimum, below the maximum. Good to me. We are clearing this just barely. So 52 is really pushing it.